The Open Book, giving you the truth and solutions only on K Radio.
You get your good days, you get your ordinary days, you just get those great days. I can tell you one thing, man. Today is about to be one of those great days. Good afternoon to you, and thank you so very much for choosing to spend your afternoon with us. This right here is the Open Book, right here on K Radio, radio for the people. My name is Pops. Yet another conversation, man. We're going to be opening up the book today. All I can tell you is it's about to be a musical show. The conversation is going to center around music because with us we do have... He's a voice coach. He's got an honors degree in jazz studies. First time I meet somebody who's got an honors degree in jazz studies. We always hear people, that do go out and study music and everything else. But I must say, this is my first time that I do have a conversation with somebody who's got an honors degree in jazz music. He is the head of music department, senior lecturer that is at the Southwest Gauteng College. Do remember, this hour we have dedicated it to the Southwest Gauteng College, that is trying to get to know more about the college and what exactly they are about. And our guest today, our finest guest, musical guest that is Mr. Mzwakhe Kheswa. Babujan. Where there's music, me I'm fine.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
No, where there's music, me I'm happy.
Yeah,
me I'm
it's
happy,
always
man.
the case. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be going back and forth, Lana.
All right.
Honors degree, jazz studies.
Yes.
Why, Joe? Because when I go to university, it's to study IT, to study engineering, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Why jazz music?
Jazz music has always been part of me.
Sure.
My father, he was a great collector of music.
Okay.
And he also played a musical instrument. So that had a huge influence on us, not just me, because me and my brother, we both did study music.
Okay.
So at home, I could say we are a musical family. We've been involved with choral music.
Sure.
Even at school, I did music.
Yeah.
So from school, that was the only thing I felt I can do and am passionate about.
Yeah.
It was either music or soccer. So music just came way beyond soccer,
Yeah.
And when I was doing when I was a pre-matriculant, our principal at school saw the passion that we had, me and my brother.
Sure.
Then he said, "Look, guys, there's a course at Vets for music. I think you guys are suitable to go there." And we started there.
Sure.
That's where the passion started. And also, there was a guy, Mr. Hotsticks Mabuse.
Yeah.
Before our principal approached us about that, we went to him and we had our own recordings. He said, "Well, guys, I see there is something there. But I would love for you guys to study music." We said, "Study music?" For us, it was like, what is this guy saying?
Never heard.
Yeah.
Who studies music?
Yeah,
Sure.
we just didn't understand it. And then we started researching about it. And then he also recommended a private teacher for us.
Okay.
And then we started those private classes. And then when we were pre-matriculant, we went on Saturdays at Vets. And then that's where the passion started. Then from Vets, we went to FUBA, and FUBA, UCT, So that's where we got our degree at UCT. Cool.
But now let's start here.
Yeah.
Where's home? Where are you born, bred, all of that?
Okay, I'm a Soweto boy.
Okay.
I was born a Baragwana
Sure.
then, which is now Krisani.
Yeah.
Yes. So home was at Lamini 1
Uh-huh.
in Lamini.
Sure.
And then we moved to Pimville Zone 7.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I grew up. I'm a
Pimville.
Pimville, Soweto boy.
Sure.
Even my house now is in Soweto. So
Ngipene
plastic drawing in pictures full time, Yeah, I'm very much passionate about Soweto. Hence, when I graduated, my aim was to be a performer, not to really teach music. I didn't even think of it, But when I came here, I saw that gap. I said, most of the kids here because most would come to me and say, hey man, you've studied music, but hey, how do you do it, you know? And then I saw that, no, which means there's still a gap, you know? Most of the youth don't know about education in music, you know? Hence, when I saw an advert for a post at Southwest Gauteng, I applied for it, and then that was 2006, you know?
And you've been there since?
And I've been there since, you know?
At home?
Yes.
How many kids, how many siblings do you have?
At home we are 5.
Sure.
It's 4 boys.
Yeah.
And a sister, you
Samala.
know. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
And unfortunately, we lost our big brother.
Okay.
You know, so it's 3 boys and a girl right now. You know.
Family of 5. You said you and your brother are in music, and the rest?
My sister is she's more into business, you know. Yeah. And then my brother is with Sundowns now. He was with the Sports School of Excellence, you know, Abo Pinar.
Sure.
All of those guys, you know, they came under his wing. And now he's with Sundowns. He's grooming young talents there. He's in the development center in Sundowns, yeah.
So I'm not like my share into music. Just go into football.
I wouldn't, you know. You know, I used to say, Loko Gwang Tagata music. He's long gone. She's long gone. You know, there's no way that they can reverse that curse. Your music, you know.
But I mean, it's always growing up for you. Here's this talent, Yetiski.
Yeah.
That is there. You can play football.
Big time.
Maramana. Yes, we all love music.
Yeah.
Yes, we all love music. I mean, there's something, you know what I mean, when you hear the beat, hey, yakjiga.
Yeah.
For you, was a calling that strong that Mama Beasley strategy when you were like, no, you know what? I'm here. I'm taking up an instrument or whatever it is. We're gonna get into the instruments that you do play.
Yes.
But you decided outingela.
Yeah. Yeah. When the decision came, you know, it just took over everything. You know.
Was it not a difficult decision to make with because I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It was difficult at that time because when I was doing my matric, I had to decide, you know, like as to because at school they organized an advisor or a counselor, I could say. Career counselor, yeah. You know, someone would advise you to, okay, you can do this because you're good at this, you know. So before I went for that interview, I had to sit down and really think and say, okay, Joe, what is it that you want to do?
Yeah.
Because soccer, I was like highly passionate about it. There was, you know, there was nothing that could take me from soccer.
Sure.
But when it was time for music, you know, it was like everything didn't matter.
Yeah.
You know, once I'm in music, like my whole heart and soul was there, you know. So I also weighed the career, how can I say, longevity of the two.
Okay.
You know,
right,
I said, okay, as a soccer player at the age of 32, I'd be wearing off and I'd have to find something else to do. I said, okay, in music, full time.
Sure.
Can I do this? You know, because that was another thing. Can I do this? You know, how do I feel about it? Can I give it my full focus and commitment? You know, so doing that, I saw that, okay, no, soccer, no, sharp. I love soccer. I'll be a fan. That's where I'll end up, you know. Yeah. And then my focus just came into music, and from there.
When you, I mean, when you speak to your parents at the time, your brother's in football. You've got the talent and everything else, but to you, that's the part that I'm going.
Yeah.
What do your parents say to you at this time?
Hey, you know, it was quite a challenge somehow.
Yeah.
But fortunately, our parents understood our talents at a young age, you know, to an extent that my father had businesses.
Okay.
There were shops that we had to run also, you know. So when we started, we would go to classes, come back and help at the shop, you know. Yeah. So then the decision came that we have to go to Cape Town, you know. And then the old man was like, and then what about the business, guys? I'm aging, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We said, hey, timer, you know. We can't turn back. The
Yeah.
bug has beaten us. There's nothing we can do. This is what we want to do.
And you're to blame, when.
You know? Hey,
You're to blame.
because I'm the bigger brother here within the music, you know. So he looked at us and said, guys, is this what you want to do, you know? We said,
But I mean, your father being a musical guy now himself,
Yeah.
and you know, he introduced you guys to music.
To music, yeah.
I guess at this point in time,
Yeah, you know, but we couldn't, you know, couldn't say that, you know. We had to really come up with good reasons as to why we're doing this. But he saw the track record as to, we started at Vets, and then we dropped Vets, went to FUBA, which was a challenge that how can you leave such a huge institution to an academy, you know? But then Vets was doing classical music. Our passion was jazz, you know? So when we knew that UCT was offering jazz, we said, no, man, let's start at FUBA and get inclined with jazz so that when we go to UCT, we don't fumble, you know?
Okay.
We don't fumble. Let's get good information and basics. And fortunately, right now, he's Dr. Mabaya now, Jeff Mabaya. That's the guy that really guided us and trained us big time, you know? In terms of playing, in terms of theory of music, you know, he really cooked us.
Yeah.
And then from there, we went to UCT. Then we got our qualifications. Yeah. So when they saw all of that, they saw that, no, there's nothing we can do. The old man said, okay, go, guys. I'll see what I can do, you know.
Yeah.
First year, and then he decided, no, I'm selling the businesses. He sold the businesses, you know. And which for me was kind of a relief that he's not getting all the strain alone, you know. Yeah, because, you know, running the business alone, it's strenuous.
Sure.
It's strenuous. And I would worry, you know, when I'm not around. How's the man doing, you know? And I would, you know, think of all the sessions where you need to buy grocery, you need to go and stock. Hey, it's hard labor, man, you know. Yeah. So when he sold the business, I was happy that he did that. And then he was able to, you know, have enough time at home, be able to move around and do things he wanted to do, you know.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
In case you just joined us, man, we're speaking to Mr. Mzwakhe Kheswa, who is voice coach, amongst other things. He's a jazz lover. He is the head of music department at the Southwest Gauteng College in Dobsonville. That is the music department.
The Open Book, giving you the truth and solutions only on K Radio.
I just got schooled. Yeah? 6-8 over 4-4.
Yeah.
You know what that is. That is Simpiwe Dana over there, man.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man. Music and the theory of music, it is just for something else. I guess, you know, for you to go through the theory of music, you really gotta love music.
Yeah.
In case you just joined us, this right here is the Open Book right here on K Radio, Radio for the People. My name is Pops, and we are speaking to Mr. Mzwakhe Kheswa, who is the head of music department at the Southwest Gauteng College, the Dobsonville campus. That is Simpiwe Dana.
Yep.
She's one of your favorite musicians, African musicians. That is why.
Simpiwe, you know, from the first time I heard her on her first album to now, you know, she has shown growth, you know, in terms of her musicality and the direction she has taken, you know. Because if you can compare the content of her first album to now, it's like two different worlds, you know. If maybe someone didn't know anything about Simpiwe and take the first album to her current album, that person would say, nah. This, it's two different people, you know. The feel, the style, you know, it's different, you know. So she has grown musically. And also, I think another thing, the exposure of South African artists to international world, and for them to recognize the worth of their music here, you know. Because if you can check, most artists, if they go international, when they come back, it's like they get a reawakening as to, no man, home is where I need to be. You know, look at Umama Obusimhlong.
Sure.
She went international as a jazz singer. You know,
Came back with something
came
else.
back mean with Eben Zulu.
Yeah.
You know, that's a mean album. You know, like that album really changed
Yeah.
a direction that South Africa took. You know, after Eben Zulu, you know, it was like it's good to be African. You know, it's good to value who you are.
Yeah.
You know, her tones, you know, her use of her falsetto when she's singing and to a normal voice. You know, Jesus, that's something else, man. Jesus, that's something else, Mambus Mhlong.
Oh.
Yeah.
6-8 over 4-4.
Yes.
What is that?
Oh, okay. In musical context, ne? That's what we call a beat.
Okay.
You know, a beat is a pulse that the heart gives. That's what a beat is, not what the new kids are saying now when they say they've created a beat. They didn't create a beat, you know. They created rhythm patterns, you know. That's what they've created, not a beat. A beat is never created. It's there with you.
A beat is there with you.
It's always there. Once you are born, even once you are conceived, you're given a beat, which is your heartbeat. Gumbu, gumbu, gumbu,
Okay.
gumbu. There's that second beat that it gives. It says go, bo, go, bo, go, bo. The heart, that's what it gives, you know?
Yeah.
It's not just one beat. Go, go. It says go, 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 go. You know? That's another underlining of another rhythm that follows, a supporting rhythm to the main beat, which is go, 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 go. You know? So
We each have this beat.
everyone has it.
Okay.
That's a beat.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
So beat, that's what it is, you know? So when it comes to 4-4 over 6-8, so I'm talking about now a time signature,
Sure.
which is per bar, you know, like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a bar.
Okay.
Okay, another 1, 2, 3, 4. That's another bar. You know, so now I mean you can have two bars that are sharing the same underlining beat, which is the strong beat 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
So over 1, 2, 3, 4, you can have a faster beat that runs on top of it,
Alright. Yeah,
which
yeah,
is 6.
Yeah.
So when I'm saying 6-8, I'm meaning half of those beats. So the 8, I'll use something else now. Okay, from 1-1-1, from the 4 beats, ne? Each beat is worth a crochet, which is something else.
Alala.
You know?
Alala.
So that beat that is worth a crochet on the 6-8,
Yeah.
it's half of a crochet. So meaning on one beat you get 2 beats over it.
Okay.
You know, but now it's placed kind of like triplets because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, so meaning you'll have 6 beats over the 4 beats. You know, instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, you have this beat that is basic.
That's your basic.
That's your basic beat.
Then you're gonna have-
And then you will have your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You know, hence we say it's a 6-8 over 4-4 or 4-4. Yeah, 6-8 over 4-4. You know?
Gents, right there, I thought I was musical. No, you just confirmed it. Now, I'll just continue speaking. You need somebody to speak, and that's what I will do. Man. Oh my goodness. 4-4 over 6. And you were talking about it being, you know, the kind of basic African beat.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact that Simpiwe Dana, like many other artists, she's mastered that basic African beat.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I want to go there is because we're constantly hearing artists and musicians, you know, say that, no, I'm putting something African or, you know, it's African beat or whatever may be. Basic African beat. You say that as a musician,
Yeah.
as an African musician,
Yeah.
you gotta be able to play over that. You gotta
Yeah,
be
you
able
gotta
to,
be.
the
Yeah.
4-4 over 6-8.
Yeah.
That's the basic.
That's a basic, and you need to feel it, unfortunately. You need to feel it so that you're able to place your melody over it, you know? There was an instrument that I learned at UCT because there's an African program that they have there, where you learn other African instruments.
Okay.
You know, that one taught me how to really abuse rhythm. You know, rhythm. I could say rhythm over rhythm. You know, there's an instrument there which is called akadinda, and then there's another one which is an amadinda.
Akadinda and
And amadinda, yeah. Those are like marimba. They are shaped like marimbas, but not really, you know. The amadinda, if I remember well, is a smaller one, and then there's a akadinda, which is the bigger one. Yeah, the amadinda is played by 3 people.
Yeah.
The same marimba is played by 3 people. So one person will play a different rhythm or melody on the other side, whilst the other 2 are playing another different melody. So the 3 people with those, it's interlocking melodies. They'll create a melody that will be a main melody that will be coming out of that, which they are not playing, but created with the rhythmic interlocking that they are creating, you know. So you'd hear a different melody from what they are playing, you know. So it would be, hey, it's something else, man. We will both be playing triplets, but differently, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. So if someone is playing like this, and then you get such rhythm, and then that playing creates a melody on top, you know.
One instrument, 3 people
Yes.
playing 3 different
Rhythmic patterns.
rhythmic patterns.
Yes.
Which will then create a different melody.
A melody, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
And also in the akadinda, you'll get 4. Then also the same thing must happen also, you know. That was like, whoa, what is happening? And to be able to blend and create that, yes, as it takes time, you know.
How many instruments do you play?
My goodness. Let me see. Okay, I play piano, voice, also akadinda, amadinda. There's also umkhube. There's also the simple one is masengwana, you know. That one you also create. Usually, it was created on a. There should be a huge. Now what we do, we take a 20-liter bucket, you know, put a hole in the middle, and a simple plastic bag. We can use ShopRite or Pick and Bag, whatever plastic bag we get, and then we fasten it underneath and pour just the minimum water. That friction when you pull that plastic bag, it creates a tone, you know, depending on the bigness or the size of the bucket. It will create just a rumbling sound. Whoa, 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 you know.
These are homemade.
Yeah. And shakers, you know, you create shakers.
Act like, man, we've been lied to, no?
Yeah.
We've been lied to.
Yeah.
But for me to be musical, I need to go spend thousands and thousands of rands on instruments.
Whilst we can create our own.
When we can create our own things.
Yeah.
His name is Mzwakhe Kheswa. My goodness, man. By the way, your voice is also an instrument.
Yes.
Your voice is also an instrument.
Yes.
My goodness, man. This is the open book right here on K Radio, Radio for the People. If you want to send any questions through to Mr. Kheswa, please do send us a voice note on 074 080 1136. We will be getting through to those voice notes in a while. Another day. If you're just joining us, this is the open book right here on K Radio, Radio for the People. Good afternoon to you. Thank you so much, man, for choosing to spend your afternoon with us. We appreciate you so very much. With us in studio is Mr. Mzwakhe Kheswa, who is the head of music department at the Southwest Gauteng College, the Dobsonville campus, that is. He is the senior lecturer right there. He is a voice coach. Now, Being a voice coach, I mean, you've done voice coaching at the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy.
Yes.
That is, the world-renowned leadership academy. That is, you lecture in jazz, African, and pop vocals. That is improvisation, oral and ensemble.
Yes.
Improvisation. What is that?
Okay. Yeah, improvisation is what most people take for granted.
Okay.
Improvisation is a language on its own. When you say you're improvising, it's like you are suggesting a certain approach to a song, but in relation to the language that the song is in, you can't really improvise without understanding the song itself.
Okay.
You need to understand the song. You need to understand the melody. You need to understand also the musical background of it, its chords, the structure, how it's aligned. That will enable you to properly improvise over it. So that requires also for you to learn that language of improvisation.
So as a student stepping into your lecture room, and you are going to teach me improvisation,
yes.
I guess the first thing that you would do is let me learn the song. Let me know and understand the song. Then only I can improvise on that song.
Well, it's not exactly that.
Okay.
Yes, you do need to understand the song, but also you need to know and understand first the theory.
What? Theory of music?
Of music.
Theory
the theory of music.
Sure.
Remember, once you have the background, the theoretical background of music, then you'll have a clearer understanding of what you can do on that piece of music.
Yeah.
When a song, let's say, is in a major key, and how you can use a minor key over a major key. Where can you use a minor key and a major over a major key? Because there are areas that you can use certain qualities. Let me say sound qualities just to clarify it. There's a major sound really relates to a happy sound.
Okay.
And a minor sound to a sad sound, So over a sad sound, you can't just hoy a major sound over it.
Got you.
You need to, if you want a major sound, there are places where you can, but you need to know how to do it,
I know it really does get.
Yeah.
But now, in your role as the head of the music department,
yes,
at Dobsonville, what is expected of you? You know what I mean? SWGC, as you said, you saw the advert and you applied for it.
yes.
But now your role, your specifics in that role, what's your role basically in terms of what is expected of you?
Okay, the main role is to ensure a smooth running of the program. Good support to lecturers.
Sure.
And relate everything that is you are like a middleman in terms of leadership and the lecturing staff. You need to be the person that passes information from management to the staff and from staff vice versa.
Sure.
You need to be a supporting element in terms of what lecturers need.
Sure.
You ensure that, okay, let's get this, whatever they want, you need to cover that, Also inform management that, guys, this is what is needed. These are the challenges. Can't we tackle a problem? We've got this problem. Let's tackle it like this, So you need to be that person that really ensures that the department grows and there's that smooth running of the program of the department itself.
Being that on that one,
yes.
I mean, within your role, what changes have you effected, or what have you done, to ensure that the music department does grow and gets the recognition that it does deserve
Yeah.
within the college and maybe even outside the college?
Yeah. Well, when when I studied at the college, the focus was more on choral music.
Okay.
You know, so when I saw that, I saw this major challenge in terms of those students that will qualify in music, but will be limited into choral music.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
and their knowledge on choral music will really push them just to be choristers. You know, and once you are a chorister, you've got a minimum or no income at all that you'll be able to secure. You know,
I mean, in this country.
yeah. You know,
Yeah.
as a chorister, that's the challenge. You know, the people that get the money in choral music mostly are the choir conductors or the owner of the choir, you know. So I saw that, I said, no, I'm not exposing any of my students to this, you know. I need to empower them for them to be able to form ensembles, teach them how to be in an ensemble, how to push their own compositions,
Yeah.
and arrange their own compositions within an ensemble so that they have a band that they can go outside and promote their own music. You
So
know,
basically what you're saying is, at the end of your program,
Yeah.
How long is the program?
the program is 3 years. So
3 years?
yes, it's 3 years. So you have 18 months with us. We've got 3 programs. We've got performance,
Okay.
then we have composition, and we have studio work.
Okay.
Now, as a performer, you must be able to leave the college with a good skills, you know, of being a performer. You must be able to play that instrument. You must be able to read that music, you know. You must be versatile. You must be well vested in terms of your instrument. And whatever studio session you get, you must be able to get to the studio. They give you the music. Let's go, you know.
Sure.
Then you must be able to be creative also, you know. And then as a composer, you must be able to sit down, write music, you know, compose music either for adverts, either for soundtracks, you know, whatever music is required, you must be able to compose that for, you know. And then when you are doing studio, you must be able to be a good sound engineer.
Sure.
For live shows, for radio, you know, for recording studio sessions, you must be a good engineer, you know. So that's what the program covers. So on our side, we cover the practical and the theoretical side.
Sure.
And then after the 18 months that you spend with us, then you go to the field, either on radio, whatever department we were able to place you in.
So in the form of an internship, sorry.
In a form of an
Sure,
internship,
yeah.
yeah. So we also tell our students that don't wait upon us to say, okay, there's this
And go
job,
play.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, whilst you are doing the first 6 months with us, expose yourself to wherever you want to go to, you know, so that you create a relationship whereby once you're done with your 18 months already, you'll know where to go,
Where you're going
you
to,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we are driving towards, you know. And there are some few things that we are still working on, and in terms of ensuring that most, if not all, have somewhere to go.
Sure.
You know, as you know that this industry is very small. You know,
Yeah.
that's the challenge. You know,
That's the one thing that I wanted to get to, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys have thousands of students that
Yeah.
come through your program and
Yeah.
everything else. But after that, and I mean, here's the thing about it: there is no guarantees. I
Yeah.
mean, are these the conversations that you guys do sit and have with them? Excuse me.
yeah,
I mean, somebody composes music or a piece of music for either an ad or a score or whatever it may be,
yeah,
and it doesn't get picked up.
yeah.
You know, what then? You know, do we sit and have these kind of conversations with these with the students and say, look, if this doesn't happen, the skills that we have given you allows you to go into this avenue or whatever it is.
Yeah, we do sit down with them, make them aware that, okay, guys, look, the challenge is we've got a very small industry, you know. So hence I said to, we tell them that before you finish with us, you know, ensure that you have associated yourself with the relevant
Yeah.
players, so that they are aware of you, they know you, let's make noise together instead of you waiting for us to say, okay, here's an internship here, Also, at the college, there is a department that one of our colleagues, Mr. Ntlanhla, is running, which is really helpful. It has also assisted us in terms of placing our students. So that was a great initiative that was done. That let's have a department that focuses on internship. Yes,
Okay.
So that was one great thing that was done by the college to have such a department.
As a music department, you guys have a wing within that just focuses on internships.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
That is great. And I know we're fortunate enough to have some of your students with us right here.
Yes.
Of which 2 of them are actually producing the show. And they've been sending me signs and messages and everything else to behave.
Yeah.
That is just what we do, man. In
Yeah.
case you just joined us, Mr. Mzwakhe Kheswa, he is joining us in studio right here. And we're just talking about anything and everything music, We're getting to know him a little bit more, and what really just get him to tick. This is somebody that can play the akadinda and the amadinda. You didn't know that. You did not know. If you want to send through any questions through to him, send us a voice note on 074 080 1136. While we are with those voice notes, Minier,
Yes, sir.
the music department, as a whole, when you look at your music department at Dobsonville, how does it service the college as a whole?
The department, we service the college through events that the college has.
Okay.
We secure the entertainment side of it. We provide sound during those events. Even when we don't take part, but if they have their own events that maybe there are sessions that they have with a large crowd, they need sound, then we avail those services to them, So that's what we are doing, and also, at the moment, that's what we are doing. But, there are many things that we are planning.
That you guys can...
to do more than this, Yeah.
I know in our previous conversations we have spoken, that there's some songs that the college band has recorded, which you guys have helped them to facilitate with. Then there's certain individuals as well, that you guys have helped to facilitate. Is that a service that you guys do provide? Students coming in, how do you identify who forms part of the